Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. Today we are accompanied by a legend and a king. He is a top producing realtor for 16 years. Juan has become a top of the 1% agents nationwide. With a background in business administration and the restaurant industry, Juan came into real estate with goals and becoming a top expert in the field and providing incomparable customer service. Over the years, he has built a successful team. Umanzor and Associates, which serves clients in Maryland and Washington, D.C. for over 2 decades, and Virginia. He has a team of over 20 associates, and he continues to grow and become a legend in the industry, making an impact with leaving a legacy. Everyone, please give it up for Juan.
Thank you so much. It is a pleasure to be here. My philosophy is share your talent, share your wisdom, what you know. Sorry, excuse me, I need to put this on silent.
It's
Um,
an honor to share this time with you.
yes, thank you,
It's
thank you.
1% agent in America.
Yes, thank you. And you know what? It's all about helping others, giving back. So thank you for having me, and congratulations on your podcast. Let's do this.
That's in the story. Juan, talk to us about how you got your first client, and has the identity of your first client changed from what it was from the beginning to where it is now?
Well, I was when I started in the industry. Quickly was like one. Even my CPA was like, "Client." I was $0 in advertising. So he was like, "How do you get clients?" And I said, "And I walk in advertising." So anywhere you go, it's an opportunity to get a client. Anywhere, whether you're at the grocery store, at the mall, at the gas station, elevator, you name it. Where there's humans, there's an opportunity for you to get a client. So easy, easy. I mean, my first year part time, I was still waiting tables. But part time, I sold 17 houses part time and no advertising. So as I was working in the restaurant industry, then my first client came out of the restaurant. So I working for the restaurant, you know, yeah, everybody knew that I was getting into real estate. Fire up. To this day, I still have the same fire, and I'm just like beginning. It hasn't changed anything. And it's just been an amazing journey. It's been 22 years now. I had this amazing team, and what I love about this career is how we impacting people's life. I never focus on what was coming or money per se, but rather in adding value, solving problems, making people's dreams come true. So I'm very excited, and I just feel that I'm just beginning.
Amazing. I believe it, man. How
Yeah.
far do you want to take it? How big do you want to build your team?
Well, it's not about how big, as I always tell people, I want quality, I don't want quantity. And there are some people that have come and says, I want to join your team, but I'd rather I'm focusing on developing my team members to the best version of themselves, to be the best real estate professionals in the industry. So, it's not about, how many more, even people ask me, why don't you open your own brokerage? I'm fine. I don't need to. So I have other goals, other dreams that I want to accomplish. Um, in it, how to make a bigger impact on our community that we serve. How do we give back to our community? Because in life, it's not how much you have or what you accomplish is that you have, but rather how you impact in people's life, how you making a difference in this world, and that's what uh, I'm about. That's what I want to do. So I am no really. I don't have anything in mind that I'm gonna say. I want to do this. I want. No, I really want to impact people's life, uh, and not only locally but nationally, worldwide. Um, because I come from nothing, right? My story, I think a lot of people can relate to my story. But
Achieve the American dream.
yeah,
Land of opportunity. Execute it.
coming from like the middle of nowhere when I grew up with no father, my mom had to abandon us because she couldn't make ends meet in a village where there were no resources, nothing. So, third world, third world country education. and coming to America at the age of 20 with absolutely nothing. I did not speak English at all when I came here, and I started with $0 in my pocket. I was sleeping in a couch in a living room, and then that's how it started. And no support system, just my aunt that gave me roof, and that's how it started. So imagine you right now, you're gonna be put in China, and you don't speak the language, you don't know the culture, you don't know nothing. How do you do? And so, yeah, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Well,
I'm
impossible.
not, and it's nothing special. I'm just um and working hard. It's funny because when I came here, I started bussing tables, and to me, I was like, "Is this work? And I get paid?" I was so excited. 'Cause to me, it wasn't work. To me, it wasn't work, and you know, very quickly though, within 4 years in being in this country, I purchased my first home. Yeah, single family home in Silver Spring, Maryland, and it was one of the best things I did. And I didn't know how I was gonna pay for the house. It was the property was 171,000,
Mm.
and my payment was about 1,300 a month, and interest rate was 7.81 about.
It's funny how history can repeat itself.
Yeah.
We're at 7 now.
Yeah, so we've been used to having this amazing interest rate, but the reality that wasn't real. It was something that happened. I don't even know if we're gonna actually see this in our lifetime again at 2% interest rate. But anyhow, you deal with what you have, and so I mean now, man, I became an investor right away. Actually, the first year that I actually started real estate, I got my license February 10th, 2003. By April, I had already purchased my first investment property. Now, I'm a developer, I mean, I invested in hundreds of properties. I did able to build an amazing rental portfolio, and yeah, helping a lot of people make a lot of money and rental portfolios as well. A lot of my clients, I had taught them how to build a rental portfolio, and they're loving it. Really. As you probably know, real estate is that field that has made the most millionaires in the world.
1,000%.
And the beauty of it is that it's a business where you can start with absolutely nothing. I actually haven't seen a business where you can start with really nothing and build an empire. Real estate.
Thing with this agent, he came in 2003 right after the dot-com bubble. He survived that. He went through '08, championed through way that. Then the pandemic came. He's doing better than ever, still growing. Very few people can last 3 cycles. So I applaud you for even making more of an impact.
My team, the number just came for the National Association of Latino Realtors. My team came out number 17 in the entire. We're number 9 here in Maryland out of all agents here. I think there are like, I don't know, 30,000 licensed agents here in the state of Maryland, within the top 100 in the Metro DC area. And it really doesn't matter. It's not even about numbers and everything. It's how we making a difference, you know.
But I do want to talk about numbers. A new agent comes to you, is like, I want to join your team. Like, what do you tell them? Because 80% of agents drop off after year one, like just after a year. So how do you get them to survive after just being in a year in the industry?
Well, you know what? It is not about me. It's about them. It's about, how they want to succeed, or how successful they want to be. Because success doesn't depend on anybody else but the individual. So you could be in the best team, you can be given all the tools, resources, and anything. But if you don't get out of bed, if you don't want to pursue your dreams, nobody can do that for you. So it's an each individual agent. to succeed and do great. So we got everything here, but it's how do they gonna go about it? And that's one of the other questions I ask. Why are you joining real estate? Why real estate? What are you looking for? What are your reasons? So it all goes case by case.
So, okay, so of course,
Yeah.
like everything in life,
Right.
it can be all case by case. And what's the biggest lesson you've learned in your career so far?
Well, gee, there's so many things out there. To me, everything that you go through is part of the puzzle. It's part of your journey and the purpose that you're meant to live in this life. So, I would recommend to everybody out there the best things that you can do is to develop yourself into the best version of yourself, meaning you have no competition and that your only job is to grow as a human, to invest in yourself. That if I can give that, that would be the best advice I can give anybody. Do not worry about yesterday. Do not worry about tomorrow. Live the present and learn as much as you can today. This is your day. When you get up in the morning, you say, "Thank you, God, for giving me another day to make a difference, to grow." And so make the best out of it every single day. Get that itch to become yourself, the best version of yourself. Because when you do that, you'll be ready for everything that comes your way. Be a good student. Everything that is happening in your life is for a reason. Learn the lesson, move on. You're gonna have a test. If you don't pass the test, you're gonna stay in the same level. There are things that you need to move on in life, and if you don't pass that, you're not going to the next level, and then you're gonna be in this circle always.
Almost like a hamster wheel.
Yes,
That's when
the
you're
hunter will.
yeah, that's when you're just was it living to work, and you're trying to get people to just work to live.
Yeah.
I love that, and just get 1% every day and never stop learning. And what do you think is the key to maintaining a work life balance, and how do you apply that in your life?
Well, it is to me it was very hard at the beginning. I'm a workaholic. To me, it's not work. Like I've been working in real estate for 22 years, and to me, it's not work. That is dangerous because I merge myself into working because I love it so much. You know how they say,
It's just tap dancing and work.
well, it says find what you're passionate about, and you will not work a day in your life. And that's what happened to me. I I don't work.
Long nights, short years.
Yes. So you know what? I'm trying to have that balance, because we need that in life. We need to devote time to God, to family, friends, work, self, ourself. Um, and I hire a coach to help me with that.
You're like Michael Jordan. Even you got everyone gets coached.
Oh, absolutely. Well, everybody needs that. And it's very interesting because, sometimes we could be wise in our own understanding, and that's why you're not going to grow. Vincent today is a product of your knowledge and understanding of the exposed. In order for you to grow, you need to expose yourself. You need to experience other things, learn new things, you know, hang out with greatness. Okay, so that would allow you to keep dreaming and pushing forward. But if you are comfortable learning more, you're gonna be in the same environment and position that you are today. So we need to, keep developing into the best version of ourselves every day. So one of my team members, newest team members,
Sharon.
no,
So
actually is Ashley. she does yoga. I never done yoga, and so I went and I did this, and it was just incredible.
Then I'm saying namaste.
No, but you know what? The more because there's different types of yoga, but what it was amazing is you can put a video and start doing yoga. Same happening. But yeah, so it's a big difference. That's the difference. Like you're gonna
Perfecting the craft.
yeah. And getting somebody that can help you out, somebody that can make you accountable for things you need to do, not sure you grade, there's one of action.
Of course, man. Everyone has you have technical skills, and now you're improving the showmanship and communication and sportsmanship.
Yes,
It's amazing, man. It's
yes.
amazing. And what's your take on the future of real estate? Do you think people are actually going to be buying blockchain in the future, or is it we're going to be buying the same company like now?
Well, it's like people are so concerned, or even not people, but the real estate agents, um, a lot of concern about the loss and what's going to happen with real estate. I have no concern about it. I'm not concerned about the future. What I know is that we're not going to be living in a bubble, and God is correcting the land, and that it doesn't matter how technology is evolving, what, what how the economy is, what is happening around the world. We always need that. So real estate,
Like going
yeah,
anywhere?
it's not going anywhere, and there is a lot of demand. Like in our area, the Metro DC area. I mean, it's been really tough for buyers. There is not enough inventory in a lot of our areas that we work, and buyers have been having a really hard time. And we just got to keep going and adjusting to the changes that are happening. Just like you mentioned, all the things that we're going through, we just have to adjust. If you don't adjust, then you're gonna be out. You gotta adjust to technology, uh, to whatever is happening with the market, with the interest rates, everything. Adjust. We are is always life is always evolving, and you need to evolve.
How do you explain to someone who's like, I want to wait till the rates drop, but then waiting till the rates drop might be a bad decision because as you know, most Americans their wage growth is only 2 or 3%. Inflation's 5 to 6. That home you like is going to be more expensive next year. You're waiting, you keep waiting, but sooner or later they're going to be priced out even more. Not just that, rates drop, demand rises. There's going to be multiple bids again. Like what you're pre-qualified, pre-approved for is might not even be enough to like if you're pushing already. Like if you really want the house, like how do you explain that to somebody?
Well, you know what? I always tell people just do numbers. I mean, rent is very expensive. Okay, and there are different ways in a way that you could make the payment to be comfortable. Whether you wanna do an arm, whether you wanna buy down your rate. I always tell people, marry the house, take the interest rate. So there are different
Great
techniques.
cliche.
It's all about who you talk and how you do things. Um, but the best advice is just buy. If you have the desire to buy real estate, just go ahead and do it. Again, the God is going to give you land, and you know what? When the bubble burst, yes, the prices went down, but the rent didn't go down. For me, it didn't matter that the houses went down because you know what? I still was getting paid. I wasn't worried or concerned about the value of the house being down. The
Well,
rent didn't go
you
down.
know it's a long game.
Yeah. So, so one of the ways to build wealth is get a lot of debt and have somebody else pay for it. That's really big.
The truth, though. True words not spoken enough about.
Yes.
And then, how do you think what's your goal for the next 5 to 10 years? How do you think Amazon will evolve?
Well, as I am duplicating myself or replicating myself, so these agents that are working with me will be uh, better agents in every way. So we'll be growing and having more families, helping them build generational wealth. Normally, my team, but all my clients and all the people that we come across. And again, I'm not really concerned about the future, but rather doing my very best today and giving myself, the best of me to everybody every day. So who knows what will happen to, as I'm exposing myself to greatness every day, new ideas can come. I could meet new partners, I can have new dreams, a different vision. I don't know, but it's great. I don't know.
But what's the most challenging thing about all that? Juggling the family, juggling the team, juggling your corporate business, juggling your personal life.
Well, that's a great question. So I'm a believer, and I've been on a quest to just defining my purpose, having that clarity of my purpose. Because when they say that the two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you figure out why you came to this world. So when you do that, then everything is gonna align and you're gonna live a fulfilled life. But first and most important, you need to connect with God, our Creator, because you have a purpose in life. He gave you talents, and the talents He gave you are for you to sharpen every day to bless the world with it.
Mhm. And if you could eat with like a historical figure, who would it be and why?
For me, oh Jesus Christ. I never thought about it. This is interesting. Growing up with no parents, people say, how do you get that drive? But like, look where you are now. Like, I'm like, well, think of it as I am the son of God.
There's nothing to share with them.
Well, everybody is special. Everybody's unique. So I admire and respect people for who they are. Don't have idols, and I just want to be a human that is going to be making a difference in this world. I want to live this world better than I found it. And I'm doing my part because the change doesn't happen because others are going to do it, but rather because I'm going to, you know. I'm not expecting the government to fix my life. I wasn't expecting my family to do it. So I'm going to make things happen. And that's how you go about your life. Not expecting that your life or your success depends on nobody else but you. That's it. So there's so many amazing humans like the John Rockefeller, right? So one of the most wealthiest humans in this planet, and if you know about his story, he was work, 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 but then God said, you know what, slow down. He was about 55 years old, and then he got a disease that he was like, nobody knew what it was. So, and then everything that happens to you is for a reason. It's not, and you need to be very conscious about this because there's a message, there is something that you need to do with what's happening to you, right? So, what happened then? It was that he was the wealthiest man on this planet, and so what that meant was to Rockefeller to start investing in the healthcare system, and then that he gave out money and they went to for a lot of diseases because of what he did and that what, what he went through. He was healed, and then he lived a long life. But everything that happens to you is for a reason, and you need to be grateful for it.
Mostly the glass half full.
Absolutely. So yeah, and I always slow down. No, nothing. There's no need to be rushing. Your time will come. Be patient. Keep working on yourself, and be ready when the opportunity comes. The biggest thing could be that an opportunity comes to you and you're not ready. You're not prepared. So that's why every day you need to be working on yourself. You need to work hard on yourself. Do anything.
Invest in yourself to the best that you can make. What legacy do you hope to leave behind through your work?
Oh, well, you know what? As I lead by example. So, and I walk my talk. So, and I do it. And just be creative in everything you do. Like, always. No compromise your integrity, any piece or anything. Just do my mind always. Always. I'd rather lose than, than gain anything that is not going to benefit. It's not going to be a win. So, life, everything has to be a win. If somebody left the table, if it as a loser, it's not a good. Everything.
You're the giver's game mentality.
That's it. That's it. That's and my life has been just given.
Well, what's one piece of advice you wish you could have received earlier in your career? Like maybe you could have been like a catalyst or change the whole trajectory.
I think that getting a coach.
So it's just good. That's what's
Just get,
pretty.
yeah,
You leading by example.
yes, getting a
Really
coach.
sure.
You need a coach. It's like, think about it. When you get, you get a you get, then if you want to be a master or something, you gotta learn from a master. Like if you want to be best of the player, you want to go with, you gotta train. And that's it, everything in life. If you want to advocate, so hire, hang out with people, uh,
You're pretty good spot. I love
yes,
it. You
yes,
know,
yes.
but if you weren't in real estate, would there be any industry you would work in or just open
Oh,
real estate?
wow. That's great. I don't see myself um, anything else. I'll say maybe, it's funny when I was in high school, I was always performing. I was singing, I was acting. Back home, they will do like celebrate special occasions like Father's Day, Mother's Day, Teacher's Day, and the student had to perform. So I always volunteer myself to perform. So I don't have any issues performing. I would mimic singers, stuff like that.
When dealing with clients, are you scripted? Do you have like a cadence sequence or like you have like a certain spiel that you always give, or is it just all by the end and you just like problems and solution?
I see. And I've been asked this question before. I think we humans are unique, and my team just every Tuesday we have meetings with teams. We call it sharpen our tools, and we share stories, right? And I take them every time that I go to this appointment. I take one of my team members. There's no script. There is nothing that I have set that I said this appointment is gonna go this way. I could start by going directly to the table or standing in the living room and then doing a tour in the house. It just depends on the client's particular situation. It all goes case by case. It doesn't. I don't have anything set. So my goal is to understand you as a client. What you going through and how I'm gonna help you best. I'm not concerned about it. I don't need to impress. anything. I don't really take any fancy stuff then or anything. I'm like, do I do a market analysis and I just let's see how the best.
Never served.
Yeah, no script. I'm just script.
And it's just, and but you have like a meat of structure. It's just
Well, the main
organic.
thing will be, understanding your client's needs. Like what are the motives of moving, what is the situation, what do they want. Yeah, always case by case, but it comes down to their needs and how. And not good things for each individual. Like I went to this appointment yesterday. This lady needed so much advice. On She was half done on her renovations, and I said, you need to do this. You need to hire this. I had this for you. So I gave her the whole plan. Like when I left, she was like she didn't know what. Like she was so grateful. I want more. My list is a list of people. This is a list probably would be like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Mine's going to be 3 to 4 hours.
You give an exceptional user experience.
Oh yeah, when I'm with the clients and like we talk and talk and talk, it's like I don't the time when I go to a listing appointment is my client's time. And we're diving into a lot.
I'm sure that resonates with you. You make
Yeah,
them feel a certain way. Where they're
yeah,
just like
yeah.
not the two. And then what was the turning point in your career journey? So you just realized just unlocked. I see it better than ever. Like, did there come a point for that?
How there is always that uncertainty with making something. But for me, like I sold 17 houses in first. Yeah, I went part time. But the first whole year, we sold. I was looking at my agents because I've always been with this company, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I look at my 43 properties my first year. I was like, damn.
That's impressive.
Can you imagine that? That's how many a month.
The creme de la creme. You're already there.
Well, yeah, like in that office here in Bethesda, I became one of the top users my first year. Yes. So got correct, man. And a lot of hard work. And you could be in sharpest tool. You could be the smartest. But if you don't have the work habits, a good work ethic,
Repetition is another success.
hard work, right?
It's amazing. Thank you for sharing that one. Thank you. What's the biggest misconception people have about real estate today? What do you think?
Well, I'd be surprised. A lot of people say, "No, I'm sorry, I'm not able to purchase a home." Even some people say, may even think that they need a lot of money to purchase a home. Some people even may think that they need 20% down to purchase a home. Yeah, they're 100%. Yeah,
There's
100%. Yeah, there's actually a different thing going now that
high
people, yeah, and there are a lot of special programs for first-time buyers. So I always say when there is a will, there is a way. Always. Um, and real estate is one of the best investments you can actually do. Um, it is one of the safest. It is one of the type of
Totally right. You actually see and feel it.
yeah,
And then, what's the most courageous decision you made recently, and like, how did it impact you?
getting a coach.
Well, how recent was that?
About 6 months.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's game changer.
Game changing.
Yeah.
2025, 2026 is about to
Oh,
be. You're about to see
oh,
that tick up.
oh, yeah. Another thing that I can tell people is develop your communication skills. I think that is so essential. Doesn't matter what you do in life, but you must have great communication skills. If you're a great communicator, you can great.
Amen to that. Amen to that. If you could change one thing about real estate, what would it be and why?
Oh wow.
The game is easy. The game is that easy. It's like clockwork.
Right now, I just think that we're always making it better every day as we um, keep evolving. That lawsuit to me was just unnecessary. I think that what that lawsuit benefited the attorneys rather than
And the
anything
big
else.
names
The
and the
big,
hedge funds.
yeah, because the people they got $20. So that wasn't good, and actually this will hurt the consumers, the buyers, because especially minorities, because not only they have to pay closing costs, down payment, but now they have to pay an agent. So in a competitive situation, buyers will keep having a hard time purchasing a home.
You never take an answer right now. It's like the golden
Well,
moment. There's gonna be a golden moment.
I wouldn't panic about it. You know, I don't know how much about the commercial real estate. The commercial
You
real
get
estate.
paid.
Well, in the commercial real estate, there is no advertising. We're paying a buyer's commission. You need to negotiate your commission as a buyer's agent. Same thing now for residential. They need to negotiate their commission. And, and the commission has always been negotiable. It is always been stipulated that the buyer pays the commission. When I have my buyer's agency agreement, the buyer's agency agreement says the buyer pays the commission. It doesn't say the seller. It's always been like that since I started. It's nothing new. That obviously from the same transaction, the buyer's agency pay, and it's been done that way, but it's the same thing. Now, we need to negotiate. And these people who have a better advantage of that because they will be, have to negotiate. We have to negotiate directly with the listing.
It's gonna be fun. That's gonna
Yeah,
be. That's gonna be. That's
yeah.
gonna. It's,
I'm
we're in a
excited.
generation right now.
I'm excited, and I'm not concerned about it. I'm not concerned at all. The sellers understand that in order for them to get the most for the house, they have to appeal to everybody. And how they're gonna do that is by offering a compensation to the buyers agent. We won't be able to do that in real life, but we'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it.
That's 2024 is a generational moment. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, yeah. Another thing. See, you have to feel comfortable. You gotta keep learning and evolving. You know how they say it's not okay. So if you want everything easy, well, nothing is easy. Anything that's worth for is hard.
It's worth it. It's worth everything. You don't know how fast time goes until you get there.
Yeah.
And then, what's the next big thing to expect in real estate besides what's happening in August and how are you contributing to it?
Well, so a lot of things are changing, like with the metaverse, AI, everything is evolving. And to me, I use it to my advantage, keep learning and get adjusted. If you don't just change, keep going, keep learning. So nothing to worry about. Just do your work, evolve, and change.
You aiming to just continuously get better every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we liked art
I love it. I love it. And how do you handle criticism and negative feedback about your computers? And you just like when you're out here, you just keep sure.
spaces. You know what? Everybody's whether it's good or bad, and good and bad is all. It's all. It's all good. So I'm gonna tell you this. I had a client who, who told me one, and it was funny. He says in Spanish, yo me baño con aceite todos los días porque todo me resbala. So I travel with every day, so I'm away. But I'm gonna leave it with this. You know, a book that is that is about sins because why? So don't let any really, you know how they say, they trust us to build a stronger foundation. Keep building it. It's fun. Don't worry about it. There are
No,
always gonna be haters, and lovers out there. They're all good.
no, no,
They're all out.
no, you're totally right. On in life, remember, it's about 25% people will no matter what you do. 25% people are not gonna let you, no matter even if you have the best script, best whatever. And the 50%, oh, that's up to you. You know what I mean? Well, what's your story behind your most memorable success?
You know what? There's no perfection in life. Um, I am blessed. You know, I have an amazing family. I have two kids, a wife, and you know, I mean, I will do everything all over again. I don't regret anything, and I just keep on learning. If I can tell, you know, we just talk about lovers and haters. Those that hate
In your
and
headspace.
well, you know, they don't know what they don't.
We get perception is fallacy sometimes.
Mhm.
Perception is a fallacy. They just need your success. They don't need to
So if that people that they good, it's good business. They're doing just business, but they just being good is the best thing you can do. Being kind, generous to others, give back, help others. Be happy with the success of others. Because if you're envious and, and, and hater and doing bad things, then you're gonna be stuck. You're not going to be able to survive. There's a lot of people that you are always in this circle of war, different, different. You know, every day they go to the game because they're and they just keep blessing others, keep doing that because when you help others, you help yourself. That's what you do already here. You are motivating, you're inspiring people, you're empowering people. That's a great thing.
best ever do it. Not
Yes,
kidding you. I'm
yes,
gonna Google them.
yes. So, you know, just, you know, just be happy, just be grateful, just keep working. Nothing was going to come easy to you. Because we all are unique. We all are a masterpiece created by God, uniquely created by God. The problem comes when you're going to be somebody that you're not supposed to be. You start getting mess, stress, because you know, you develop yourself to the best. Mhm. And live a happy, fulfilled life. Make a difference. You know, you know, it's not what your title is going to be. It's not how much is in your bank or how things are you, or how many things you come to accumulate. It's how you make a difference in life. What's your legacy? You live a life that not just you, others, that is, and it's really useful. At least to me, it was not hard to do that.
Is there anything else in life that inspires you or influences you the most in your work?
Just seeing my clients um, achieve the dreams, you know, being able to set an example for my team, make them grow as exciting. It empowers me to just see them that they're growing and that they're making their life better. So see, this coach that I have, his goal is to teach me, and then I teach you, and then we teach something else. And that's how we change the world. It's a domino effect.
Mm-hmm. Snowball effect, if you
Yeah,
will. It's just going to multiply.
right,
Not even add.
right. So facilitate, make people's life better. Don't hold any progress. If you have the ability to help somebody, do it. And we all can be a mentor of somebody that we already be. Imagine when you were 20 and you see a 20 years old being a young better. If you know they're going to make a mistake, you could actually coach them. You can give them a great advice. So we can always help others.
I love it, Juan. I love it. But my final and last question is I'm 80 years old. I'm watching this. What's one last piece of advice you want to leave with me?
You're 80 years old.
I'm going to rewatch this.
Um, Nothing matters,
That's all policy.
but the relationship you have with God.
All right. There it is.
That's it. Everything you do, try to honor God in everything you do.
All right, Juan. That's a crazy one. It's going to make sense when we rewatch it. But interesting.
Yeah, God is everything. God is love, and God is with you. With me. And yeah.
Any last final words for the public hearing that's listening to you?
No, these are great times. These are great times to be alive. And just think what God has created for you to enjoy. So let's not get distracted. Let's be grateful. Let's go out there and make a difference. Let's be alive in large spaces. God bless everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was another episode of Kings and Queens of Real Estate with Juan Umanzor.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
My
brother.
pleasure.
You're the man.
Absolutely.
You're the man. Thank you for blessing me. You're a real one.